In Bluey's world, there are mysteries that are going to blow your mind. Are you ready to uncover the hidden truth inside the Blue Pup series? The girl. Who was that girl that Bandit met in the episode Fairy Tale? He said it was Chilli, but was it really? That day, Bluey and Bingo asked their dad to tell them a story, and he decided to tell the day when he was cursed with a silent spell, where he had to stay quiet until someone called his name. Back then, Mr. Healer was a naughty boy and truly deserved the lesson. But at the end of the story, we discover that the person who freed him from the spell was a pretty girl he swears was Chilli, but Mrs. Healer doesn't believe that at all. To be fair, Chilli even admits that her family used to vacation in the same place, but she doesn't remember meeting a boy named Bandit. That's why there are two theories to explain this mystery. The first one says that actually, Bandit met Chilli's sister, and ever since that day he confused the two of them because they look so alike. But another possibility is that the girl was an ex-girlfriend of Bandit's, maybe even his first love. But it wouldn't be a good idea to tell his daughters that he had already fallen in love with other girls, so he chose to lie. Is that the truth? Maybe we will never find out, and that's why we're going to tell you 13 mysteries in Bluey. Are you ready? Because another amazing Cinewave is starting now. The Homeless Dog. The Quiet Game is one of the best episodes in the entire series, but there's a scene happening in the background that is extremely mysterious. When the healers are walking down the sidewalk, the episode shows a homeless dog receiving money from Winton's dad, Cornelius. This homeless dog is a terrier, and the big mystery here is about the true identity of this character. He looks a lot like the terrier triplets who study at Bluey's school, and many fans believe he is their father. But if that's true, then what happened to him? Did his life get that bad after he separated from the terrier's mother? That is very sad, and actually even a bit cruel, because the character who gives him money would later become the husband of his ex-wife. Another mystery involving this character appears in the episode Spy Game, when Bandit is explaining to Bluey that they are dogs and that each one has their place in the group. It's almost like he is saying that no one from their species gets left behind. No one is abandoned. If that is true, then why did the terrier need help? Cats. A huge mystery in Bluey begins with one question. Is this world made only of dogs, or do cats exist too? And there are several episodes that make this secret even bigger. In the episode Copycat, when Bluey finds an injured bird, Bandit tells the vet that he thinks a cat was the one responsible, but that also means felines behave like wild animals and not like people. In the short Archaeology, we see a photo of a dog walking on two legs, holding a cat as its prey, but in the episode Turtle Boy, Bingo is watching a TV show that shows cats riding motorcycles. So the question remains, in Bluey's world, do cats behave like people or like wild animals? What is the answer to this mystery? The brother. Another important mystery in Bluey's world is about her brother. Our little blue pup is actually the healer's second daughter, but unfortunately, Chilli lost a puppy. Ever since fans discovered this story, everyone wonders what the name of Bluey's older brother would have been. It's a big mystery, but there are a few clues. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that the healer's daughters have names beginning with the letter B, and this was definitely Bandit's idea since his name follows the same rule. So it's very likely that the lost pup would have been named B something, right? Now look at something interesting. Bandit's dad is named Bob. It seems like there's a pattern there. We believe Bluey's lost brother might have been named as a tribute to his grandfather, maybe Bob Jr., or perhaps Blue, like his sister, but without the Y at the end. If one day Chilli tells the girls about the pup, maybe she'll reveal it, but if not, all fans will remain without an answer. Do you want to meet Bluey's brother? Comment #Bluey so we can get to know you. The illness. In the Bumpy episode, the story begins with Bingo hospitalized, but the series never explained what her illness was, and this is a very important detail that may hide a terrible mystery. Bingo was hospitalized, and the doctor said she needed to stay one more night for observation, meaning it was clearly something serious. Later in the series, we discover that Bluey can eat gluten, but Bingo cannot, and many fans think this is proof that the little pup has some kind of condition. Does that mean she could lose her life in the future because of this illness? There are many questions, but the next season season should answer all of them. We're excited to discover the truth. Fairies. Do fairies exist in Bluey's world? In the episode Fairies, we saw that at the end of the story, Bingo sees one of those creatures, but Bandit doesn't notice her presence in the middle of the room. Everyone knows that Bingo has a huge imagination. The episode Sleepy Time proves that very well, but she was awake the day she saw the fairy. So was that her imagination or proof that magical creatures are real? This really is a huge mystery. Hopefully the next season will reveal the truth behind this secret, but what do you think? The plan. Do you remember the episode Double Babysitter, right? But what if we told you that the whole story was actually a plan created by Chilli to find a boyfriend for her best friend? Yes, that's very possible, but it's a mystery the series still hasn't answered. If you don't know what we're talking about, let us refresh your memory. The story begins with Bandit's older brother, Uncle Radley, arriving to visit his nieces. That night, he would be the babysitter, but later, Bluey asks him why she almost never sees her uncle, and he replies that he works on an oil platform and doesn't have much time to see his family. Still at the beginning of the story, Frisky arrives at the healer house, and Chilli tells her that she forgot to mention Bandit's brother, the perfect excuse to keep the two of them together that night. But if you pay close attention, that doesn't seem to be true. As we already explained, Radley is the kind of person who doesn't have a lot of free time, which means Chilli knew exactly the day and night he would be available. And it also means Mrs. Healer set everything up to put her best friend together with her brother-in-law. And do you know why? Frisky had broken up with Bosco and was sad, so Chilli probably wanted to introduce her to a nice guy, and it worked extremely well. The wedding. It worked so well that Frisky ended up marrying Chilli's brother-in-law, but there's a mystery in that wedding. Who is the bride's maid of honor? That day we saw Stripe and Bandit acting as groomsmen for their older brother, while Chilli and another character, who has never appeared in the series, served as the bride's maids of honor. Who is that character? Could she be Frisky's sister? Someone we'll meet in the future? Maybe not, because she was the same breed as the bride, but it's very possible that she is Frisky's sister-in-law, meaning the wife of the bride's brother. It's a shame we don't know who this character is, because she seems to be very important in Frisky's life. Will we meet her in the next season? Subscribing to the channel is just as good as watching your favorite animations. Shall we click? The war. A very big mystery that needs an answer is about Rusty's father. He is a soldier in the Australian army and spends long periods far away from his family because of his service. But that's strange, because sometimes it seems like he's fighting in some dangerous battle. And yes, soldiers are very busy. But why does Rusty's dad stay away from home for so long? Could this mystery be hiding something bad that is happening? Maybe there's a war between cats and dogs. That might be why in Australia we only see characters who are dogs. Do you believe in that theory? It's a mystery that needs a quick answer, and hopefully the next season will do that. Winton. Another mystery is Winton's mother. Where is she? This is an important question because in the episode Helicopter, we learned that the little bulldog lives with her, but the character has never appeared. When Bluey is pretending to give her friend a helicopter ride, he asks her to take him to his dad's house and that he didn't know the address. This proves that most of the time, Winton lives with his mother. Otherwise, he wouldn't call the place his dad's house and not home. But at the end of season 3, before the healers move to another city, we see that Winton starts living with his father and his father's new family. Why did the bulldog stop living with his mother? That is a mystery that needs an answer as soon as possible in the next season. Calypso. Can you answer whether Miss Calypso has powers? In the episode Space, when Mackenzie is having a vision of the past, she appears to tell him that he doesn't need to be afraid of what hasn't happened. And everybody knows it was Calypso who healed the border collie's trauma. But how did she appear inside Mackenzie's vision? Another mystery about her happens in the episode Wild Girls, when she suddenly appears out of nowhere to give Coco some advice, and when she does, a cute magical sound plays. Calypso also seems to understand exactly what Bluey and Mackenzie are feeling in the episode Ships and Ladders, not to mention the day she predicted that Indy and Rusty would end up together. Is she a good witch? Hopefully this mystery will be solved soon. We're excited to discover the truth behind Calypso. The wealth. Have you ever wondered how the healers make their money? Everyone knows that Bandit is an archaeologist and Chilli works in airport security, but they have much more money than you might think. And we're not just talking about all the toys Bluey and Bingo have, we're talking about the house they live in. The city where the story takes place is called Brisbane, and from what the show shows, the healers' neighborhood is a place called Paddington, where houses cost at least $1 million. It seems Bandit is truly a very successful archaeologist, but are they really rich? We will will find out in the next season. India. And finally, why did Grandpa Bob travel to India? Was he fulfilling a dream? But what dream was that? Grandma Chris said he wanted to find himself, meaning he was confused about his life. Now, what does that mean? We may never know, or will we? Hopefully the next season will answer this mystery. If you like this video, there are 2 more ready on the screen. Just click and keep watching with us. Thanks, and see you soon.